Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Midwest Contractor, episode, 6, I believe. All right. Well, it's December, and we've got a mixed bag today. Get into all of that in a minute. You see, we have a couple of active contracts up there. One is a cultivating contract, and one is a plowing contract. And you're probably thinking, cultivating contract, wait, with that tiny little disc that we had? Well, that's why we're in the truck, because we're headed to the shop, because the tiny little disc is loaded on the flatbed. And we are headed down the road, because we are going to purchase a new disc, something a little bit bigger, that moves a little bit quicker, that can get this work done a little bit more efficiently. In addition to that, as I said, we have a plowing contract. We're going to get that kicked off, and we're also going to harvest those soybeans that we have. Why not? Yeah, it's not the greatest time to sell soybeans. I considered putting down a silo, but when you look at the cost of putting down the silo versus probably what we're going to get off that field in terms of yield, I don't know that I'm any farther ahead. I think we're better off just to go ahead and take what the market's bearing at this point. Even though it's not great, it is still the price is still slightly over $2,000 per 1,000 liters, so we'll do okay. And if you look at it this way, we inherited the field of soybeans. We didn't have to plant it. We put one application of fertilizer on it, but that's all we really got in it. So we'll just go ahead and harvest them, sell them, and then make a decision on that field whether or not we want to put something back in it, or, as I had alluded to in an earlier episode, maybe use it for extending or expanding our yard. All right, we're here. Let's see if they've got something. I'm sure they do, that we can pull this thing off with. And we'll get it sold. Not that we're going to get much for it, but there's no sense in having it laying around our yard taking up space. All right. Just going to pull over here. Get the ramps down on the flatbed. Disconnect the straps. Oh, wow. Better put some fuel in this truck. Hauling around all those bales, we've just about used everything up. Okay. Let this warm up for a second. It's a nice little Massey. Wonder what they want for this thing. Yeah, probably more than I'm willing to spend. Oh, nice looking though, isn't it? Wow. Front 3.8S 265 Dyna VT. Huh. Nice looking machine. Definitely be an upgrade over what we've got. Okay. Wheel weights on it. Had a fun time getting this thing loaded up this morning. As you can see, the wheels on the disc harrow are just about as wide as the trailer. It actually fit on our old International pretty well, but it looks kind of ridiculous behind this thing. Alrighty. Let's just go ahead and run it inside here. Disconnect it. Get out of the trigger. And let's collect our pittance. Repaint, $12. Why not? Okay. Sell. Absolutely. Oh, wow. $2,600 for that thing. You kidding me? Apparently disc harrows are expensive these days. All right, well, we've got to buy something, so let's take a look. I think as I mentioned, let's see what's in here. There's that JCB still taunting me. Oh my, look at this. Huh. That might actually come in handy for us. We could definitely pick up some spraying contracts with that. Glass harvester, header. Oh man, Massey Ferguson 390T. These things are awesome. They don't go super fast. They're not super powerful, but they're just great to have around. Really good yard tractors. Man, all this small equipment in here. We have these big field. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's more like it. What's this bad boy looking like? So 145 horsepower, not really all that much. We can go to 205 for 90,000. Yeah. Okay, maybe not. Our International is believe it or not, 180 horsepower tractor. That's not that much of an improvement. If I'm going to spend 100,000, I'd almost rather have that Massey that I was just driving there. And there's our disc. Okay. Nothing in there is going to help us. So, back to... I'm going to go with the disc harrow. I don't know about you folks, but I hardly ever play with those. I mean, I always buy cultivators. And I've got one in here I've been wanting to try. It's this one right here. It's this Case IH770. It's only $9,900. It is 6.2 meters. So it's bigger than the plow that we currently have. I could probably get a disc harrow that's like 7 meters or even 8 meters, or I'm sorry, a cultivator that's 7 or 8 meters that would fit on the back of the International, but it's still not going to allow us to cultivate these big, huge fields. And it's probably, I think, let me go ahead and look. So where was I looking at here? So that's 6.2. That's not any better. This one here, so 7.9 meters, only requires 190. I'm sure that the International could pull it. Same working speed at 9 miles an hour. So yes, you gain 2 meters, but it costs $20,000 more. And frankly, look, as I mentioned, there's a lot of money in these tillage contracts, and I would much rather be able to save our money at this point and be able to be shopping down in here someplace at some point for something that is truly going to make a difference in our ability to tackle these large fields. So yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and go with that disc harrow. And why not? It's an International. Trelleborg, US rim, US IH decal, absolutely. One wheel lifting cylinder. Let's go with 2 so we can pay an extra $200. Spring color. Okay, yeah, rim color. Let's do white. That cost us $1,000 for white rims. Oh brother. Well, it's only $11,000. Still cheaper than the $32,000. And as I said, 180 horsepower, which is what we got. So yeah, absolutely. Let's buy it. Okay. So our harrow's sitting right there. Oh man, let's see if it'll fit on this trailer. I'm speculating that it will. Looks like the wheels were actually a little narrower than the one that we just sold off. So, man, I like this tractor. Oh, long thing. Alrighty, nope. Let's come at this from a different angle. And you get to watch me load this up. Great opportunity for me to edit a bunch of footage out of here. I love, by the way, the shop area in this on this map. You know, nothing's more frustrating, and you see it a lot on the European maps, but I get it. You know, space is at a premium on those maps, but I really struggle on some of these U.S. maps when you have these big maps, and I have these big all this real estate, and we'll end up with a small shop area for our stuff to spawn. Whoops. Okay, I better stop talking and focus on what I'm doing here. Wow, this thing might not even fit on here. We might be coming back with the... well, let's see, am I... wow, don't know about this. That's a little sketchy, folks. Let's see if I can get the ramps up on this thing. I better strap it down. The engine started. Oh, no. Well, I guess we can travel with the ramp up somewhat, right? I don't think that'll hurt us any. All right. Guess we need a bigger trailer. Or I could have just agonized you with a nice slow drive down to the shop to pick up the brand new disc harrow. Okay. Let's park this tractor up over here for these fine folks. You know, here again, I think this is a great opportunity for us. This John Deere 7R, if we get something like this in one of those large cultivators, how nice would it be to be able to pick up some of these big contracts? Okay, well, this is good. Let's get this bad boy headed back toward the yard, and we'll start our first cultivating contract. Okay, I will see you back at the yard. Okay, and through the magic of teleportation, I am back at the shop before the truck. Gone ahead and getting the Ford warmed up. We'll get hooked up to the plow. Actually, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and fill this bad boy up? We might need some more fuel. You know, the other thing I think, if I'm not mistaken, we've got dual wheels for this thing. Why don't we go ahead and put the duals on it? Hopefully the grain truck's not going to be in the way here. And there's our disc harrow. Excellent. Let me get around here. Yeah, Ford. Customize. Wheel setup standard. Wide back tires. Rear twin wheels. Yeah. Customize. Ooh, you know what? I'm just curious. Whoa. Wow, barely. Okay, excellent. Yeah, the plowing for the plowing setup, we might do better with those dual wheels. All right, and I think I might do the same. Oh, oops. That's right. Customized. Put the weight back on. All right. 115. All set. And go. We'll catch up with you when you get to the field. All right. You know what? Let's just, well, maybe we'll pull up a little bit. Lower the ramp. And we'll grab the International. Same story. Why don't we go ahead and get some fuel here. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if we shouldn't put the duals back on the International to do this. Yeah, maybe we should, huh? Alright, I'll just pull down here, get this thing completely out of the way. Leave myself a little more room this time. There we go, dual row crops. Customize. Excellent. Get loaded up here. Get this off to field 18, which is just right down the road, by the way. Oh, oops. Wow. Oh. All right. That's a lot of hardware. Didn't look that big in the picture. Okay, field 18. And go. So today's, like I said, today's going to kind of be a mixed bag. I do want to get those soybeans off as well. So we're gonna have some workers cultivating and plowing. We're gonna get our harvester out here and get these soybeans off. So yeah, going to be kind of a busy day. Tell you what, let's do here. Let's go ahead and put the flatbed back where it lives. Maybe get the truck put away because the yard's about to get pretty chaotic with all this equipment we're going to have out. Gee, I wish I could do this good in real life. My nephew and my brother-in-law own a tree removal service, and even though I have a day job, I occasionally help them on weekends. And as I know I've mentioned, we've had so much rain around here lately. It's not only affected the farmers and their ability to get into fields and get things done, but my brother-in-law and nephew have been unable to do a lot of their tree work. Just because they can't get into people's yards with their large, heavy equipment. So actually, and I'm recording this on a Sunday, and I actually helped them yesterday on a Saturday, and they're working again this morning just because it's finally dry. And one of the things that I had to do yesterday is I was, I think one of our tractors made it to where it was supposed to go. Let's see here. Well, not that one. Here we go. One of the things yesterday I had to do was drive the one of the big pickups with the flatbed on it and the equipment. In fact, it's an Avant that's used to haul the logs and the brush around. So that was one of my chores for yesterday's activity. And interestingly enough, I I had to back it all the way down this long, narrow street and then into a long driveway. I actually surprised myself. I did far better than I thought that I would. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So it's coming back at 5.9. Yeah, we'll let that go. We'll do 4 headlands. I'm going to reduce the overlap on this a little bit. And generate. And go. I imagine this is going to take... Whoa, hello. Set that up going counterclockwise. Nice. Okay, no problem. We'll just flip it around. I remember why I had the mower yesterday, or a couple of days ago for our baling contract. I had it set up to go counterclockwise because of the offset. I typically like to go clockwise. Oh well, no big deal. Let's see what this thing does here. All right, an hour, not too bad. Speaking of that, let's set the time ahead. I believe that our plow has reached its destination, and it has. Oh, nice. Withered field of corn. Probably corn that we fertilized when it was fully grown. Alrighty. Okay, this is, let's see, no. 5.2. And 3. I think we'll go 4. Skip 1. Nope. Run this back to 0. Generate. Okay, go to town. Oh my word. Wow. It's going to take 3 hours to do this field. Holy. You know, I looked at the size of this field and I thought, it might be a bit much, but oh well. Oh, I didn't set it to smooth. You know what, folks? Bear with me here. I'm going to fix this. Otherwise, yeah, this will take forever. I'll be back with you when I get this mess straightened out. Okay, so we're back in business. It's still going to be almost 3 hours. Yeah, it's a bit much for this tiny plow. I probably should not have done that. Maybe I need another rule that says if the job's going to take longer than, if it's a plowing contract or a cultivating contract and it's going to take longer than an hour and a half, it's too big of a field. Although if you think about it, in reality, if it were to take, 3 hours to do something, in reality, that wouldn't be a long time to plow a field, right? And we've got all day. Okay, so, yeah, we're pretty well situated here. We've got our plow running. We've got our cultivator running. And I've already had to untangle it from around a telephone pole. Yeah, it's running a little slow, but that's okay. It'll get it done. Alrighty, so I guess we may as well go ahead and get started with our harvesting here. Oh boy, got myself kind of boxed in here. To do like a 18-point turn. I better unpark this vehicle. There we go. All right. How are we doing? Oh, we got plenty of fuel in here for this little field. This shouldn't take long. Get back here and get set up. Get our grain truck out. I would speculate that we won't even fill the grain truck with what's on this field. If we did, I'd be thrilled. I'd be ecstatic. But I don't think that's going to happen. In spite of the fact that I save everything, I am not saving this course. As I said, I don't know that we're going to keep this field a field. And if we do, we'll probably put something like, it's only going to take 32 minutes. Probably put grass or potentially alfalfa in it. I'm not sure. Again, I would like to level this area out and use it as an expanded or an extended yard. All right, let's walk back and get the truck and let him do his thing. Looking at the size of that field, I wonder if we're even going to fill the combine. Oh, wow. Yeah, our oats are looking really good. Yield bonus plus 96%. Yeah, we're doing good. I've actually thought about turning on precision farming here just to add to the complexity a little bit. Yeah. I'll park this. I really like this little grain truck. I was scouring the various mod sites trying to find some older but good equipment to use for this series. And you know, there are a lot of mods out there of older equipment, but they're just kind of poorly done. They're not, you know, they're not polished. And I was very fortunate to find a few that look pretty good. All right. So let's see here. So this is what I was referring to, I believe, when I tried to set this truck up for unloading the combine. Our last episode. See, it's still remembering that it was over here, so I literally have to come in here, grab this field position icon, and lay it down here to select that, and then hopefully it should be good to go, and it is. Yeah. Where all the other equipment kind of remembers or knows where it's at, it senses the field it's sitting on. For some reason, when you unload a combine, it does not. Okay, let's one more check on everything here. Combine's coming back around. Hopefully I've left it enough room to make its next headland pass. And it doesn't run into the back of the truck. Turn. Ooh, just. All right, he looks like he's going to be okay. I'm going to step over here and see how we haven't even finished one headland yet. Oh, boy. Not a problem. Okay. And how are we doing here? Yeah, we're motoring right along. Looks pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Well, folks, I'll tell you what. I'm going to step out for a minute and let things progress here a bit, and I will rejoin you when we have made a little more progress. Welcome back in, everybody. We are just about ready to wrap up our oat harvest here, and just as I figured, we got about a hopper and a half off of this field. One full harvester load, and about 60% for the second one. So yeah, we're not going to have a ton, and it probably definitely would not have been worth spending the money to lay down a hopper bin or a silo for this little bit of grain. So that's fine. We'll unload this harvester, and we will send the truck to wherever the best price is and make some money. And while I've been off air, I've been contemplating a purchase, and think I'm going to pull the trigger. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay. Kill this. Get this thing back to the barn. Well, I'll just move it up here out of the way. Now let's put it over here for now. Whoa. This thing's definitely front end heavy when you accelerate and turn real fast. It likes to dip and dive and alrighty. Let's jump in the truck here. What have we got? 10,440. So yeah, we'll make about almost 20 grand off of this load of beans, which, you know, that makes what I'm about to do here, I think, a little more palatable. Let's see where the best price is to sell these things, what that looks like. Oh, I don't have them in a silo. Okay, soybeans. 2,126 at Cooper Farms grain. Okay, well, that's where we'll go then. You know, as you can see, this is where we're sitting right now. Oh, I'm sorry. No, December. We're down here, or no, it is up here. Okay, yeah. So that's actually a pretty good price for the time of year. I mean, we're literally almost right halfway between the bottom and the top. So, yeah, not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and sell it. And actually, we can tell it to dump and go. We'll see what it brings back. So in the meantime, as I said, I've been looking out here. I've been sitting out here staring at the things that are in the used equipment sale, and this thing has had my attention. This sprayer, it's 63% off. So, you know, this is basically a $25,000 sprayer, and it's sitting here for under 10 grand. And even though there aren't any now, there typically are a good number of spraying contracts available. And even though we have to buy herbicide, you know, again, they're pretty lucrative contracts, and plus it gives us some variety. So you know what, we're going to buy this, and it comes in I think 3 working widths, so 18. 24 meters and 28 meters, and yeah, okay, I'd like to have 28 meters, and we might end up getting there, but if you notice, that takes the price from 9.7 all the way to almost 25,000. You know, even at 24 meters, it's doubling the price. So now we're just going to go ahead and stick with 18. I mean, these things move pretty good. I'll tell you what we're going to do, though. We're going to take the decals off of it, and capacity, as you can see, is 1,800, or it has an XL for 7,500. We're going to go with that. Tank color, we're going to go with Massey Ferguson. The top details, we're going to go with chrome, and Massey Ferguson for the last. So there you go. That's going to be our sprayer for 13.8. Can't beat it. So buy that, and absolutely. Okay, and why did I do that? Well, because as I was looking through here earlier, I found this 390T, and I think I mentioned to you, you know, one of my favorite Masseys, or one of my favorite tractors in the game, is a Massey Ferguson. I think it's a 6000 series. It's about the same configure or same era, same configuration as the 390T, just bigger. And I really like that tractor, but it's about 50,000 brand new, and so is this one. And I've been toying with the idea of buying one of those, but I thought, you know, I probably don't need that tractor. It's another mid-sized tractor. I really could either, you know, really want to get a big tractor, but another small tractor isn't necessarily horrible for things like towing around that sprayer. And if you look at the horsepower on this, So when we open it up here, it comes standard at 95. We can raise it up to 105 at no charge. So yeah, why wouldn't we do that? We can put narrow tires on it, even though I don't have crop destruction on. To tow that sprayer around, that would be a good thing. Yeah, let's get a slow vehicle triangle. Got to have one of those. Can put a front loader on. Don't need that. We've got our skid steer, and I think one of our tractors at least has a front loader arms, and we don't need the license plate either. So here we go. And horsepower wise, at 105, this can obviously tow our mower. It can pull that, and it can also handle duties like tedding or windrowing. So why not? And it's under 30,000. So basically, and yeah, here we go. We're going to buy this, and boom, that quick. We've done what here? We've spent about ready to dump our grain. So yeah, $42,000 just got us a tractor and a sprayer. And there is one other, or possibly two other implements I'm going to add to this thing here momentarily. But let's see what our soybeans do for us. And grain door. So just spent $42,000 on a new tractor and a new sprayer, and we should get about half of that back right here. So you know what? Not too bad. Add some equipment again, even though it's older, a little smaller. It's very purposeful for us. There, 22,000. Nice, excellent. Alrighty. I can get this thing headed back to the shop here. And we'll go check out our brand new 390T. While we're at it, we'll stop and check in on our plow. It's moving right along, as well as our disc. Making good progress. Excellent. Okay, and here we go. We're at the shop, and we've got a brand new 390T. How about that? Both of these could handle getting fixed up, but I don't know with the realistic damage. Realistic vehicle damage mod that I have on, if I'm going to be able to fix this up. But before I do anything, we're going to make one more purchase for sure. And let's see. Miscellaneous. I like this mod. It kind of, okay, it could be cheating. I don't know if it is or not, but it's incredibly useful. Wait, I went past it. Right here. Massey Ferguson front hydraulic, $2,200. Yeah, we won't put a PTO on it because that's a small tractor, and even if we did, I mean, 100 horsepower is not going to power much, so we won't put a PTO on it. But that would be good if it will connect to this tractor to hold either a front tank for our sprayer or a front weight. So let's buy that. Okay, and we're good to go. Love the sound of this little thing. Can never remember what side to approach these things from. Like I said, if it can even connect to it. Oh, and there it is. That quick, we have a front hydraulic for our 390T. Excellent. And hook up to our tank. Now, the only thing I'm out to lunch on is we're probably going to need at least a weight for the front of this, because I imagine once we fill that tank right there, we might be doing wheelies. It looks like this thing will be okay for now. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and send it back to the yard so that we can use it, and go. And as I said, great utility tractor for a lot of the things that we need to do. Okay. Oh, our truck's back. All right. Get it kind of out of the way down here. All right, moving right along. Not even 9 o'clock in the morning, and we've already got a field harvested. So, tell you what, folks, I'm going to back out one more time, and I will be back with you when we've wrapped up our tillage contracts for the day. Welcome back in, everybody. We have just finished up our tillage contracts, finished up that monstrous plowing contract. And as you can see in game, it's still pretty early. It's only about 2:30 in the afternoon. But we've definitely enjoyed what I like to refer to as a full, rich day. 2 contracts completed and ready to collect. I think in terms of contract income, we're going to be sitting right at about $64,000. And on top of that, we had $22,000 in grain that we sold, soybeans that we sold earlier. So yeah, right at about $86,000. And I have gone ahead and reserved, as you can see up there at the top, a cultivating contract for tomorrow for our next episode. It's not necessarily a huge contract, but it's probably the only one we're going to do because if you come over here and you look, it's hard to believe that it's time, but yeah, I mean, it's December, and we are at growth stage 4 of 4, and I believe when January rolls around, our 2 fields of oats will be ready to sell. And in addition to that, the price should be right here, right about at the top. So perfect timing. And we're definitely going to have to jump on that right away. We're not going to be able to let those things lay around. We do want to take advantage of the fact that they are ready to harvest right as the price is at its peak. So with that, I think I will go ahead, bid you farewell, wrap up this episode. Once again, I want to thank you so very much for joining me. It is always a pleasure. Let's go ahead and get our money in the bank first. I jumped the gun there a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that's more like it, $250,000. And we even spent $40,000 on a new fertilizing or new spraying rig. So, as I said, thank you so much for joining me today. It's always a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the next episode. If you liked what you saw today, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know. If you didn't like what you saw today, well, I'd appreciate knowing that too. Please leave a comment below and let me know how I can improve. And if you haven't subscribed, I would like to encourage you to consider subscribing, as it would help out my channel incredibly. Again, thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.